Who's there? Welcome to Farming Simulator 17 on Lone Oak Farm. Today we're going to harvest our first field, but before we do that we're going to try to see if we can fertilize it to get one more fertilizer stage to get a little bit better yield out of it. Sometimes this will work and sometimes it won't. It's not really realistic, but as long as the game lets us do it, because of course the game isn't really realistic anyway. So I'm going to go out, and what I will do, oops, I didn't mean to go across the lawn. Got everything lined up here from when we came back. I'm going to try a little bit of fertilizer here so I can see what that does, and I'm going to try it here. See what that does. Okay, now we will, it works. Well, at least it did on field 45. So I'm going to go ahead, and I should have 45. I think that ERT 45 is FERT 45. So we've got that loaded, and then I think we'll start at the first waypoint, and that's what it looks like. So we're going to drive the course. And we're going to have to wait a little bit for this to go ahead and fertilize. I'm going to bring this over here, and I'm going to try doing a little fertilization over here. I don't know why that didn't fertilize this grass field, but maybe it has something to do with being a grass field. We'll look at that in just a minute. Away we go. Okay. Let's just look at this. Yep. But the grass field is not fertilizing. And I guess, I don't know if this grass field will actually turn to this color when it gets mature. Well, that's interesting. Okay. As long as we've got just a few minutes here, I am going to go ahead and empty this trailer. There we go. And I'm going to bring the trailer over and park it in the road. And I'm going to drop it off, and then I'm going to go get the bale trailer. I know we're going to need this bale trailer for the silage bales, or the straw bales. And I think what I'm going to do, I'll probably keep maybe a full load of straw bales and then sell the rest. Hopefully I'll have some to sell. I've had two of these side panels, and both of them seem to have that what I call a bounce with that attach. And I'm just going to leave this behind here for now. And go ahead and save this. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run up to the combine and I'm going to go ahead and set up a course play for this. This is field 45. Okay. We're going to do field work. I'm going to do 45. Starting location, current vehicle position, starting operation. Going to just do automatic. And let's see. I think we better go around 3 times. Maybe something like this. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that's what it'll do. Okay. I'm going to save this. Harvest 45. I wonder what combine convoy is. I'm just going to put this first waypoint, and I'm going to go back and set up the baler on follow me, and I'm going to put it about that far behind. Going to unfold it, going to lower it, going to turn it on. Oh, missed the steps there. Hopefully this will work. We'll not get hung up. This is one thing I forget to do, but a lot of times when this starts up, this is interesting. We might have to stop this at some point, because it's going a different direction than the fertilizer spreader. So we'll just have to see how things come out. Let's take a look at this. It's coming along pretty well, so I don't think it's going to take too long for it to spread. I see the baler has dropped its first straw bale. I find combines are absolutely amazing machines. You know, I can remember when I was first looking at them, I thought, well, this looks like a factory on wheels. Well, of course it isn't quite, but it just takes in the crop. And corn is particularly amazing. You know, it takes in the crop, cuts the ear off, husks it, and then takes the kernels off the ear and spits everything out the back. Now, of course, it does spit a few kernels out the back. Now, I was talking to a farmer the other day, and he said that they expect to lose And I'm not sure if this is on all crops. I think it was on corn. They expect to lose 5 bushels per acre, that'll fall on the ground. And then, of course, what happens, I've seen this many times, if the crop, all that seed that falls on the ground, a lot of times, if it's warm in the fall, it will sprout. And I've seen some years where it grew quite a bit. Of course, once we had frost, it would actually kill it down. But it really made, even when it was dead on the ground, it made a really good cover. Probably about as good as seeding a cover crop, maybe sometimes, because a lot of times a cover crop just does not seed that well. Let's take a look from the driver's seat. This is going to be unsafe, but I'm going to just jump out and ride in the buddy seat in this tractor with the baler. I don't think she'll mind. It always happens, with a baler around corners, it'll tend to cut a little bit inside. I mean, just the way it steers, because the tractor is following the combine. Let's see what's going on with the fertilizing. Okay, the fertilizing is on the other side of the field. Of course, it had to go down and get this part of the field first. So I think it will be done before the combine actually starts to, I think when I looked at it, it was set to go the other way, but I'm not really sure. I was thinking it was set to go north-south, whereas that fertilizer spreader, after it went around a couple of times, is going east-west. Plenty of beacons on the tractor and the baler. I'm not sure if they're really needed out here or not. When the baler stops, I'm going to jump out here because I want to look a little bit at this area. Yeah, we can see there's definitely been some work done, and just by the topography here, I'm guessing that at one time, because there is a fairly good sized watershed up there, I'm thinking at one time the water would have collected down here, and there probably would have been a lot of erosion. Now they planted the trees, but they obviously did some earthwork. You can see it. I'm a little surprised that there still isn't a low area somewhere here. Oh. But as I say, they have done quite a bit of earthwork here, it looks like. Okay, this must be field 37. I don't remember. Let's see. This looks like an area that we would own, so it's probably, we could probably come here and cut the hay in here. This is odd, the way this fertilizer spreader has done this field. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to empty the combine. So we will teleport into the tractor here. We'll go up here. Drop this off. Pick up. Oh! Should have been more careful. Yeah, there it is over there. I'm going to try to get around this way. Now we're going to have to run on the crop some. We don't have crop destruction, so it's not in the game, is actually not going to hurt it. I don't like the crop destruction mod, not only because sometimes I do stuff like this where I actually would destroy crop, but it's not completely realistic because now that's better over here, because like it'll destroy grass just running over at one time, and that isn't actually the way it'll happen, you know, unless yes you actually make a road. This is odd. Oh, I can see what the problem is. That front is higher. Okay. I thought there was a way to wait. That would be there. Is it here? No, it isn't. That's stop during unloading. That's what I want. Now, what I gotta do, I gotta take this off, and then I gotta see what's going on with this fertilizer spreader. Okay. So I'm gonna take that out. And what I'm going to do here, since I got the bale spike on, I'm going to get Oh, shoot. Well, that was stupid. And I'm going to give this to the cows. And I'm not sure where I should take this in. If I can take it in on the side here. Right here or not. We'll have to see. And then that way, if I get a couple of bales in, I'll be able to buy a few cows. Probably just very few, but so I'm maybe going to have to bring them in the other way. I'm pretty good at walking backwards, aren't I? If I hadn't had the loader up, though, I wouldn't have walked backwards. I might have walked right into the bale spike. Ouch. Well, where do you suppose we put the straw? Oh. So maybe actually if I reached over, I might be able to, oh, that's good. If I had reached over with the front loader, maybe I could have done it. Okay. Let's take a look here. We'll do a save, and then I'm just going to see how much straw we've got. Yeah. See, I think if I run up and get one more bale. That'll do me. When I have a little more time, I will play around with it and see if I can come in from the other side, because it certainly would be easier. Wouldn't just have to open the door, which actually doesn't need to be closed all the time, versus opening these two gates. Now I guess this one gate wouldn't have to be closed, this first one, most of the time, because cattle wouldn't have access to that area normally with this second gate closed. Got myself into a bind here. There we are. We're up to 85% on the wheat. Save here. Okay, I think that's all we're going to do for today. We really can't start anything else, and we'll just keep our, next time we'll just keep our harvester and baler going. So I appreciate your watching.